Hello students, welcome to Falak Academy. I am Vipul Falak and today we will learn very important topic from biomolecules chapter. So that is the DNA and RNA. Nucleic acid. So let's start with nucleic acid. So here we will see the little bit history of nucleic acid. So as you can see here, in 1869 Friedrich Miescher isolated the chemical compound from the nucleus of the cell. And then he named that compound as nuclein because that was isolated from nucleus of the cell. And in 1889 Richard Altman renamed that nuclein to nucleic acid because he found that acidic property in that substance, that nuclein, and hence renamed that nuclein to nucleic acid. And between 1885 to 1901, Albert Kossel discovered that nucleic acid contain 5 different type of nitrogenous bases. So that are adenine, cytosine, guanine, thymine and uracil. Then here we will see the classification of nucleic acid. There are two kind of nucleic acid, DNA and RNA. So DNA is deoxyribose nucleic acid and RNA is ribose nucleic acid. So why there is a difference between deoxyribose and ribose nucleic acid, so that we will see in detail. So DNA, deoxyribose nucleic acid. And RNA, ribose nucleic acid. And this DNA is genetic material. So that is a genetic material of all organisms. But there are some viruses which contain RNA as a genetic material, and such RNA is considered as genetic RNA. So you can see here RNA can be classified into two types, genetic RNA and non-genetic RNA. So genetic RNA, so some viruses which contain RNA as a genetic material. So some viruses which has RNA as genetic material. And such a kind of viruses are known as retroviruses. So RNA as a genetic material, so that viruses are considered as retrovirus. And non-genetic RNA. So our human genetic material is DNA, but still there are RNA present in our body. So such RNA are considered as non-genetic RNA. So mRNA, rRNA and tRNA. So these are the types of non-genetic RNA. So mRNA, M stands for messenger. So messenger RNA. R stands for ribosomal. And T for transfer RNA. So we will see the detailed function of mRNA, rRNA and tRNA when we will talk about the RNA. So here nucleic acid, there are two types, DNA and RNA. Again RNA has two types, genetic RNA and non-genetic RNA. Genetic means some viruses which contain RNA as a genetic material, and non-genetic RNA means they are not genetic material of organism. So they are non-genetic RNA. And mRNA, rRNA, tRNA are the example of non-genetic RNA. Then DNA, deoxyribose nucleic acid. So you can see here DNA is a polymer of nucleotides. DNA is polymer of nucleotides. And what is nucleotide? So nucleotide is consist of three different components such as nitrogenous base, then pentose sugar and phosphate group. So nitrogenous base, there are two different types of nitrogenous bases, purines and pyrimidine. So there are two purines, adenine and guanine. Purines, they have double ring structure and pyrimidines have single ring structure, and there are three different types of pyrimidines. So that are cytosine, then thymine and uracil. But remember that this uracil is not present in DNA, so that will be present in RNA. So there are four nitrogenous bases of DNA: adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine. So uracil is not present in DNA, that is present in RNA. And pentose sugar. So pentose sugar means what? 5 carbon containing sugar. So 5 carbon containing sugar. And then phosphate group, so that is a PO4. So these are the three components of nucleotide. So whenever there will be the question on nucleotides, so remember that nucleotide is consist of three components: nitrogenous bases, pentose sugar and phosphate group. So then there is another term known as nucleoside. So we already talked about nucleotide. So this is nucleoside. Now what is difference? Nucleotide consists of three components: nitrogenous base, then pentose sugar and phosphate group. But you can see here phosphate group is absent, no phosphate group. And whenever nitrogenous bases are present, pentose sugar is present and no phosphate group, such a compound is considered as nucleoside. Then so these are the nitrogenous bases: purines, 2 purines and 3 pyrimidines. And purines have double ring structure, 2 ring structure. So that is the adenine and guanine. And pyrimidines, thymine, then cytosine and uracil. So pyrimidines have single ring structure, but this uracil is only that is present in RNA, not in a DNA. So there are the 4 nitrogenous bases of DNA: adenine, guanine, thymine and cytosine. This is about nitrogenous bases. Then we will see the another component of nucleotide. So that is a pentose sugar. So what is pentose sugar? Pentose sugar means 5 carbon containing sugar. That is 5 carbon containing sugar. And there are two different kind of sugar, ribose and deoxyribose. So you can remember ribose nucleic acid and deoxyribose nucleic acid. So this difference is on the basis of type of sugar. And here you can see there are total 5 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the 5th carbon. But whenever at carbon number 2nd, when we remove the one oxygen, then it will become the deoxyribose. So in DNA the sugar is present in nucleotide, so that have one less oxygen at carbon number 2nd. So this is the simple difference between ribose and deoxyribose. So one oxygen is less here at carbon number 2nd. This is about pentose sugar. Then third component of nucleotide, so that is the phosphate group, and phosphate group means PO4. So you can see here phosphorus at the center and 4 oxygen. So nucleotide consists of 3 components: nitrogenous base, then sugar, pentose sugar and phosphate group. So when they join together, how the nucleotide will look like? So this is the nucleotide. So So this is the nitrogenous base. Two ring, you can see here, two ring means it is a any kind of purine. And so that purines or any nitrogenous bases which is joined to the sugar, and sugar is joined to the phosphate. So this complete structure is known as nucleotide. So this is the nitrogenous base, this is pentose sugar, and this is phosphate group. So nitrogenous base, pentose sugar, and phosphate group, so that is nucleotide. Now how this nucleotide will join to each other and will make the DNA. So you can see here, this is the one nitrogenous base, then phosphate and sugar. So this is the one nucleotide, this is the second nucleotide, and you can see this second nucleotide joined with first nucleotide. And how? So the oxygen present at carbon number 3rd of sugar and phosphate of another nucleotide at number 5th position, so they will form the bond. So this is the bond between OH and phosphate of the another nucleotide, and this bond is known as phosphodiester bond. So bond between two nucleotide of same strand, so that is a phosphodiester bond. So you can see this is the first nucleotide, then second nucleotide, then third nucleotide, then fourth nucleotide. So they will join to each other with the help of phosphodiester bond. So this is the phosphodiester bond, this is also the phosphodiester bond. So bond between the OH group of sugar of first nucleotide and phosphate of another nucleotide, so that is a phosphodiester bond. So this is how nucleotide will join to each other. And then you can see here, so that is not in a one strand, you can see here two strand, nucleotides in two strands of DNA. So this side one strand of DNA and this side one strand of DNA. So how they join to each other? So we have already seen in one strand DNA, one strand nucleotide will join each other with the help of phosphodiester bond. So here you can see the phosphodiester bond. So phosphodiester bond is a bond between nucleotide of same strand. Again here you can see the phosphodiester bond, and these two strands join together with the help of hydrogen bond. Here double hydrogen bond, here you can see triple hydrogen bond, again here triple hydrogen bond, and that bond will form between the nitrogenous bases, and they are complementary to each other. So remember that adenine will always join with thymine with double hydrogen bond, and guanine always join with cytosine with triple hydrogen bond. You can see here thymine and adenine double bond, cytosine and guanine triple hydrogen bond, guanine and cytosine triple hydrogen bond. And this is called as complementary base pairing, means A only join with T and G only join with C, means adenine with thymine and guanine with cytosine, and they will form the hydrogen bond. And then you can see here, this is how the DNA look like because of joining two strands with each other with the help of hydrogen bond. So here hydrogen bond, and whenever we talk about nucleotide of the same strand, then there will be the phosphodiester bond. and here you can see bond between nucleotide of the opposite strand, different strand, so that will be hydrogen bond. This is very important. So bond between nucleotide of same strand, and this is the bond between nucleotide of opposite strand. This is about DNA.